there's definitely some changes and things I've had to get used to being married to someone from a different culture. I never really thought about any of these things, even when I was dating.
Daddy.
Okay, be careful. Oh, good job. Here, you hold it and I'll help you. We'll stir it together. Good job. Breakfast. What? You find a bowl? Oh, you found two. Get you some water. Good morning. Welcome here. We have a very, very busy day this morning. I need to do a massive grocery shop because our fridge is pretty much empty. I was trying to get through last month without spending more than we budgeted. We did go over budget, but I wanted to stay like within what we had planned for savings and everything. And we made it, but yeah, our fridge and pantry and everything is super empty. So gonna have to do a massive shop, and I need to go this morning. And I'm also visiting. Oh yeah, we're not having popcorn right now. I'm also visiting with my mom this morning. And when I do a big shop like this, it usually takes me like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I need to quickly get the kids ready. Esme just ate. I'm just trying to get her to burp. Get the kids ready, packed into the car, and go shopping so I can get that done, get home, put it all back in the fridge, put it away, and then visit with my mom. So let's get going. Just got back from visiting with my mom a little while ago. This morning was chaotic because we got out the door, went to Superstore and bought a bunch of things, and then went to Costco and got gas and got some more things. And going shopping with the kids, it just like adds extra time getting them like in and out of the car. Esme, I usually just keep in our carrier and I'll just put the carrier in the cart. I just have to kind of like put stuff around her, but it works. I can fit everything in. It's just crazy. And then from there, I came home, dropped everything off, and then went over to my mom's. It was a crazy morning running around, but I got the groceries I need. I did put a bunch of them in the fridge and freezer already, so this is only like part of what we bought. Because it's the first of the month, which means stocking up on a lot of stuff that I only buy like once a month. And like, I'm not like specialty items, but like things you don't buy every week. Like chocolate chips and cocoa powder and coconut oil. We're at a bunch of those things. But then there's like the vegetables, fruit. I do a big shop of meat once a month, usually. Usually once a month is enough to get us through the month. And then like vegetables, I'll pick up. Usually I'm trying to like just shop enough for like 2 weeks, so I only have to go to the store twice a month instead of 4 times. But sometimes there are things like we go through a lot of milk, so sometimes milk will run out. Yeah, there's a lot of groceries. Going to the grocery store with 2 kids was something I was nervous about when I was pregnant with Esme, because it felt like it's just gonna be a lot going with both of them. But it works for me. It gets them both out of the house and it kills time. I don't have to like try to come up with stuff to do in that time. And Tobias is really good at the grocery store. He, like, if there's something he sees that he wants, he doesn't usually like throw a fit if we don't get it. Usually he just like points at stuff and gets my attention that he sees it. But if I go right past it, he usually just moves on. So that helps. He's usually pretty well behaved. Like when he was younger, he used to like take stuff and throw it on the floor. He hasn't done that in the past little while, and I usually just stuff I know he's gonna play with a lot. I put it out of his reach, and I put around him stuff that he can't really get into, like diapers or like other big boxes or like the milk he can't really open. Anyways, I need to put this stuff away and also like reorganize some stuff that I was just throwing everything in, so I need to reorganize the freezer and the fridge just a tiny bit. Get this stuff all put away. Tobias and Esme are both down napping, so we'll see what I do after this. I kind of just want to like sit down and do nothing. I'm like so worn out from all the running around this morning. I went for a walk with my mom, which is really nice. It's really nice and warm out. But yeah, I'm a little bit tired, so we'll see what I do after this. Fridge is stocked and looking so much better. It was so empty. Organized that a little bit. Got the pantry restocked. And this thing is amazing. I love it so much. It makes it so easy to like store things and find what I need and grab it. It's really random. It's like oils and vinegar and baking stuff. But this is so nice. I actually should get more of them. They're so handy. And then I also organized, stocked up the freezer. So in here we have like ice cream, kind of desserts. I also have my breast milk underneath for Esme. Got our vegetables here, and the vegetables that like need to be used up, the ones that are running low. Down here we have fruit and then breads, and then under here is more veggies to use after we go through these ones. That's how we organize our freezer. It was a disaster in here because I just threw everything in before going to my mom's, so it's looking so much better. Just put some coffee on as well for me. I need to sit down and have a bit of a break. Oh, I need to put water in that pan. Get it soaking. Also got a box of diapers for Esme. They didn't have the Hello Bello brand, which is what I usually buy, but she's going up into size 2. She's getting so big. But these she won't really be using regularly because we're going to be putting her in cloth diapers, which I mentioned in my last vlog. I said that we were washing them, getting them ready. They've now been through the wash 3 times, so they're all ready. We're just finishing the size 1 diapers she has. She just had like just a few left, so we're gonna go through those and then we're gonna start cloth diapering. But I like to have some disposables on hand just for, like, I know Tobias, he had issues with rashes, which Esme has never really struggled with rashes. Tobias, he's been recently getting kind of like red sore spots between his legs, and it doesn't happen all the time, but it looks like it's from like the diapers rubbing. But yeah, it's not all the time, so I don't know exactly what it is, but for that usually we'll just overnight put him in a disposable, or I'll use because he's usually in the Le Petit diapers. I'll switch him to like the Nora's Nursery because they're a little bit wider, and I found those don't seem to rub as much. So yeah, or if like I don't happen to get them all in the wash in time and we're out of diapers, then we use disposables. I just like having some on hand for, yeah, those special situations. Usually I try to keep on top of laundry. I bought a box of those, but these will just be under the bed for just in case. We won't really be using them, which is why it doesn't really matter that they're not the brand I usually get. I think I'm gonna grab my coffee and I think I'm gonna do some editing. The kitchen isn't too bad. I need, oh, well, my coffee is done. Used to have drip coffee, but for the past couple months we've been using percolator coffee, which is what Elias and Elias's family introduced me to, because apparently that's a big thing in the Dominican. Drip coffee is more of a North American, European, I don't know, but they don't usually use drip coffee. At least that's what he told me. And percolated coffee I find to be, it's less watery. It's got a little bit more depth of flavor, I guess. I don't know. In the Dominican, they have small little cups that they use, and that's like all the coffee you have is just like a little bit, and it is quite strong, like really strong. That's something like different between the two of us, because you know, for me, when I have a cup of coffee, like I want more like half a cup. I'm not usually like a full up to the brim. Elias will just have like a little bit, but he likes it to be stronger. So yeah, just interesting how they do different things in different places, and then you know you get married to someone from another place and you have to adjust, and yeah, it's different. There's definitely some changes and things I've had to get used to being married to someone from a different culture than me. Not a lot, especially since he moved here when he was 14 or 15. So, like, not like he grew up here. He's been here for about 10 years now. I don't think I can open this milk with one hand. There's not like a ton we do differently, but yeah, I remember when we got married, and there's just little things that I had to get used to because it just wasn't how I was used to doing them. One other thing we had to kind of work through when we got married was meals, because growing up in the Dominican, lunch is their big meal of the day. So for us, lunch, you'd have like salad or a wrap or soup. Like, it doesn't have to be a big meal. And then dinner is where you have like your chicken, potatoes, and veggies, and it's like the larger meal. But in the Dominican, lunch is their big meal of the day, where they'd have their chicken and rice and veggies, and it's like their dinner. And then dinner is like the smaller meal of the day. So that was something we had to kind of figure out, was how are we going to do that? Because for me, it was weird to have like such a big lunch and then a small dinner. But for him, it was like, it was weird for him to do it the other way. So I feel like we've kind of compensated in that we kind of just have like a good sized lunch and dinner, but they're both not excessive. Like, we'll have soup for lunch or for dinner. And we usually don't have sandwiches for dinner, but we don't usually have sandwiches for lunch either, unless it's a day where we're like, don't really feel like cooking. But like if I make like a soup or mac and cheese or something, Elias always needs to have his like protein, his meat in it. He doesn't want a lunch without meat. Elias is big on his protein. So yeah, it's just interesting. I never really thought about any of these things. Even when I was dating, I never really thought about the cultural things we'd have to adjust to getting married. And honestly, like, it hasn't been extreme or crazy or anything like that. It's just little things like that. And like our coffee and stuff like that I had to adjust to. But I never really thought about it before. It's just really interesting and I've learned a lot. But it's just, there are things we have to like work through in our marriage because we're both so used to doing things differently just with the way we were brought up and the different way we do things because of our cultural background. So anyways, I didn't really mean to go on a whole spiel there, but anyways, I'm going to have my coffee and work on a little bit of video stuff. I have dinner already planned out. I just have to check what it is. I put a bunch of the meat in the fridge when I was dropping stuff off, and I'm gonna need to prep it because usually we freeze a good amount of the meat because yeah, we buy a good amount. We don't go through it fast enough to keep it fresh. So usually we freeze it. I'm gonna have to go through and prep that to be frozen. Anyways, yes, editing first, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Just finished getting a good amount of editing done. It's like 3:40 and Tobias and Esme are still sleeping. So Tobias is probably gonna wake up soon. But the kitchen is looking pretty clean, but since I've finished editing, there isn't like anything else I had that I needed to get done, I think. Actually, I should probably go check my to-do list. Oh, here it is. Let's see. All right, today is the day I have to clean the bathroom. So I'm gonna do that quickly. It's better to get that done while they're sleeping than when they're awake. This door is so sticky. Okay, let's get this cleaned up. There we go. All done. I've been trying to get back into routine with cleaning. Not quite there yet, but getting there. Tobias is awake. Daddy? That's it? Yeah, do you see yourself? Okay. What? What? Where are you going? Esme's sleeping. Shh. You want a snack? Snack and a show? Yeah, Daddy's gonna be home in a bit. Alright, well, I'm gonna get Tobias set up with a little bit of show. He's allowed to watch like 20 minutes and have a snack when he wakes up from his nap. I'm gonna deal with the dishwasher, unload it, load it, put the dishes away, get started on dinner. Yes, we will get you some snacks too. So that will be the end of today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to leave it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for future videos, and we will see you next time. Say bye-bye. Bye, guys.